Hey guys, it's Melanie Hinds. Welcome to the fastest Iraqi Dinar summary on the net. Guys, we keep an eye on everything. We're the ones that have the military contracts that were on the ground in Iraq that told us about the digital dinar back on June 8th of 2025. The digital dinar right now is 2.02, but you don't have to worry about it. That is what's going on in the bank. That's what the bank has to negotiate to become cashless. Yes, last week it was like over $4, 4 point something last week. So the bank has a lot of flexibility of how they go cashless, because that's just money they can use to get people to bring their paper into the bank. Just like we're going to bring our paper dinar to the banks and get US digital dollars for them. You can take out some cash. All banks have limitations on how much cash you can get, but most of it's going to be digital US dollars you're going to transition your paper currency into. So with that understanding, I continue with the summary because people get confused. I don't hold any digital dinar. It is a stable coin running the Iraqi central banking system though. So that is a reality of us. And there's a lot of there was talk that the Clarity Act might have passed last night. That's the Genius Act already allowed all the banks to create their own stablecoins. If you don't understand that, please subscribe, tap the bell, get on a live stream. I'm live every morning at 9. Today I was live at 8 because, I have I broke my foot. So I've got some stuff I got to do. So anyways, this is your summary. Here we go. So the dinar has been, they call it surging. It's gone under now, like $1 equals 1,499 dinar per $100. It's just not that big that we're looking for, right? What's his name? Wolverine did a cryptic message. He's being called to Washington. He didn't look very happy about it. There's other people saying the banks are having problems, but I wanted to read this from Wolverine that he posted last night. I was enjoying my 25th anniversary. So here's what he said: the final stretch before everything changes. He said, "You've been through more than you let on, more than anyone knows. The sleepless nights, the relatives, friends, and strangers that laughed at you, moments you questioned yourself, times you had nothing left but still chose to believe. You held on when others folded. You stayed when it would have been easier to walk away. That makes you rare, dangerous, and destined. You may not feel it right now, but this is a final stretch before everything changes. There will come a day when you sit in stillness and remember the version of you who used to give up. The one who showed up broke, exhausted, and ridiculed, but you never let go of the vision. That day is coming, and when it does, you will cry, not because you were hurting, but because it all finally made sense. All the pain, doubt, delays, and all the missed exits. It wasn't punishment. It was all preparation. You weren't meant to get rich fast. You were meant to become someone unshakable. You are awake, and you know this matters. Now you're too far to turn around and too close to fold under pressure. The storm is loud, but your intuition is louder, and it's been screaming from the beginning. Hold on, just hold on. This moment is a once in a lifetime, and you won't see it again. Not like this, not at this price, not with this setup. So breathe, trust your gut, silence the noise, and when this ends, when it finally ends, you'll be the one they come to asking how you knew, and you'll smile because deep down, way down, you always knew. I'm proud of you. You're almost there. Finish the mission. I love you all. And guys, I just resonated with that. I wanted to share it. Comment down below if you resonate with that message. That is from Wolverine's post last night at 5:55 p.m. And y'all know I love numbers, 555. I don't have time to go there, but so then we go on to TNT Tony. It says, one source says Friday, what are they waiting on? Iraq was trying to get on the WTO this week. Things happening in the region, attacks in Kurdistan, threats of attacks in another strait, and on Saudi Arabia, people leaving Tehran. As of this weekend, it was tonight, but now they're saying Friday. That was as of last night. They're saying Friday. There was also a call that I haven't had time to listen to because it was my anniversary. Evidently, this was breaking news. Japan, I'm not going to say that. It was about medbed technology. That's not the purpose of this. This is Faith and Financial Channel. Mark Z has a contact who will be working with a large group, traveling yesterday because they want the person on location for today, possibly starting this week. Heard not confirmed. Indian nations completed, funds received, not distributed until we go. Guys, everybody's got news that some people are under NDAs, etc. Now, the article's coming out of Iraq, which I usually do. I usually do this in a different, it doesn't matter. Evidently, India canceled some Iraqi oil cargoes. The Iraqi Stock Exchange lodged $200 million in trading in the first half of 2026. They have a very robust Iraqi stock exchange. Iraq revives a T1 oil station in Al Anbar after 2 decades offline, so they're positioned. Oil retreats on mediation hopes. They did not, in the articles today, they did not say what the value of a gallon of heavy or medium-based Basra crude is. They didn't say that today, but they have been selling their oil at like deeply discounted prices, and I think it's because they know the date they're going to sell it, and they've got to clear out their pipelines because there's a distinct date that this is set to happen. I did go over my Forex letter in detail on my live stream, so if you want details about the Forex letter, why we believe it's going to come out at 4.8101, it's not going to just be reinstated at 3.22 like others believe. That's my belief. What do you think? Comment down below. Then there was another article, Welcome to Baghdad. Trump gives al-Zaidi the key to regional de-escalation with Tehran. CMP link. There a lot happened last week, a lot more than we ever thought would happen. The return of the Iraqi banks to the international financial transactions. This was posted by Majid again. It said, return of Iraqi banks to global transactions expected to boost the dollar value supply, advisor says. Let's see. Even the Nigerian president, Bola Tinubu, says they signed an executive order on financial assets and launches a council to streamline crypto regulations. It's funny. My live stream was full of information. You'll need to go there to watch that to see how everything fits together. There was, and I'm the Faith and Financial channel, so guys, join me on a live stream someday. Again, every morning at 9, unless it's otherwise specified. So again, Texas Snakes came up with the coming through for us again. Always be prepared because things can change at any moment. It said the appointment trained bankers will be manning their phones beginning at 8 a.m. California time in the morning. That was yesterday. It does not guarantee we will begin tomorrow. It still could be Tuesday. So guys, any day this could happen. Do you agree? Comment down below. Now we're going to go to the summary. Wait, I'm just going to double check everybody else. I have a lot of things open. Oh, there was Sky Prince. I don't know if I said this before. There was, they had an insider at the banks. There was a couple and her husband, he's under an NDA, but they talked before that they've been training them. Everything's set to kick off today with a shotgun release. All preparations are complete, including for Iraq. There's nothing left to do, no bills to pass, no approvals needed. Everything is truly in place. Even if it doesn't happen on Tuesday, it won't be because there's more work to finish. It'll simply be a deliberate choice not to proceed. Guys, the timing is in a few people's hands, and I think it's all political override, like the Forex letter says that I went through. And evidently, there's a lot going on as far as justice returning to all countries. What do you think? Comment down below. I love justice. I love law and order. If you do, comment down below. People are talking about what to do with your money after. That's what our Miracle Manifestation Zoom is for. We meet Sundays at 4. Now it's changed to Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We get together for the 2 higher level. If you hit the join button, you'll see all the levels. We're going to meet Sundays at 4 and talk about how to best manage our money, what to invest in, etc. But that's for Zoom members only. This is not financial advice, what I share here, because it's a bunch of people that got together because we're all invested in the same things. Claire, article quote, al-Zaidi would propose during a visit to Iran the idea of Baghdad hosting a meeting that brings together officials from Iran and the United States in the coming period, within the framework of Iraq to reduce tensions and avoid further escalation that may affect the security and stability. Jeff said, deleting the zeros from the currency will happen at the same time as the rate change. He believes it's going to be an RI, come out at 322. That's Jeff. Frank says the black market is dying. It automatically gives birth to the value of the Iraqi dinar, the sovereign currency of its country. Stephen, some people have said the HCL law has to be signed first and then the revaluation will come right after. Or it has been argued in the other direction that the revaluation of the dinar would happen first. And then, oh gosh, my screen just changed. Then the HCL will be right behind it. They're very closely correlated. That's why these oil contracts and deals that got done last week between Trump and everybody is such a critical piece of the dinar revaluation. That was exciting to see. Militiaman, the central bank has never denied a real effective exchange rate was to come, nor have they decided to say that we're not doing the Delete the Zeros project. The prime minister and the central bank have been working together and they haven't denied it. It was, if that was a big issue and they weren't going to do that, they had a different direction. If they had something else in mind, they would have said something by now. It's been well over 60 days and they haven't said anything. That is a clue. I agree, guys. They're just waiting to surprise us with this. It's got to be a shotgun start. People are saying the time is now. What do you think? Comment down below. Reset intelligence. Connections do not open the redemption channel. Documentation does. A passport, original purchase receipts, ideally from a registered dealer, the wire confirmation showing the funds left your bank account, chain of custody. A holder who keeps the receipt has a clean path. A holder with an undocumented private trade faces weeks or months of reconstruction once the trigger fires. That's reset intelligence. Those are people that go to the centers. If you're being told, you got to follow the instructions over whether you're choosing to redeem. If you want my 3 steps, you don't need your receipts. But if you use other people, if they say you need receipts, you need receipts. So you do you, boo. 3 steps, you don't need receipts. I'm just saying, 3 steps. Look at the information underneath this video. Now we got Paulette. Iraq has to accept Article 8 obligations prior to being on Forex. Iraq still affords themselves the Article whatever protections. Claire, that's her opinion. Guys, I give everybody's opinions. You decide. Use your own discernment. But I think it's done. God told me to tell you it's done. And my 3 steps to a safe exchange will help you prepare. Claire, article, central bank agreement reached with the U.S. Treasury to reinstate eligible Iraqi banks to foreign correspondent banking channels. Quote, the Central Bank of Iraq announced on Saturday that it had reached a mutual understanding with the U.S. Treasury Department to reinstate restricted Iraqi banks to external correspondent bank channels not linked to the U.S. dollar. It's a good time to be alive. What do you think? I think it's a great time to be alive. I'm excited. Caparoni. I'm not going to read that. I think we're done, guys. We're done. Guys, I love you all. Oh, Mark C. had said he had people saying they were moving, right? Like, I thought I would remember, but I forgot. Anyways, guys, comment down below if you know what Mark C. just said recently. I love you. Bye.